What's up guys, welcome back to another video. We're back at it again to be consistent with these uploads. I'm really appreciating the feedback that you guys are giving me on these vlogs. It means a lot and it makes me want to film more and more and more. I can connect with you guys a lot more. You can see more of my training, my day-to-day life. I think we're going to keep pushing them out. But real quick, I just wanted to show you guys what I'm going to be fueling with for my half. So basically for the bike, I will be using the hydration sticks from Raw Nutrition. This electrolyte formula is what is going to get me through my bike. I will be using these. So this one right here, Fuel, is what I'm going to be using for my main source of carbohydrates on the bike. The thing that I didn't know, and which is very important, is that you need to replenish carbohydrates every 45 minutes. You need to do around 20 to I think 60 grams of carbs, I believe. I could be a little bit off on that ratio there. And if you wait too long past the 45-minute mark, you're gonna fatigue yourself and you're gonna bonk. So basically what that means is you need to be intaking carbohydrates throughout that 45-minute mark so that you don't just wait till the 45-minute mark and then all of a sudden take your carbs, because at that point it's going to be too late and you will have already pre-fatigued yourself. You just don't know it yet. So this carbohydrate formula is going to be crucial on my run to make sure that I'm consuming enough carbs to give myself enough energy, and then while I'm sweating, I'm replenishing my sodium with the hydration packs. So I'm gonna have one water bottle with carbs, one water bottle with the hydration, and I think I'm gonna do a third of just water. Two for sure. I'm trying to get a third slot on my bike, but if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Those are my two main fueling sources going into my half Ironman. So huge shout out to Raw for sending me these products. If you guys want to get yourself some fuel, or you guys want to get yourself some hydration sticks, you can use code Jordan, save you some money, and it helps me out. Today, we are going to go on a bike ride. I think we got 30 kilometers. Maybe we'll do a little bit more, and then we're gonna swim. We're gonna do an open water swim. Our temperatures right now are around 51 Fahrenheit, so that's gonna be roughly 11 degrees Celsius, I believe, which is quite cold for just the little wetsuit that I have. I have a 2XU Propel 2 wetsuit. Some of you guys were asking me which one I'm using. I just got it like a week ago. I've got around 2 swims in it and I think it's phenomenal. I just really have to get used to the freezing cold water on my face and my hands and my feet because they get quite numb quite quickly. For context, I was a water polo player for 6 years. So I knew how to swim coming into this half. I had an okay swimming base to begin with. I mean, it's water polo, heads above the water, which actually translates quite usefully to the open water swim, especially at the start when I need to be alert and aware of what's going on around me. However, I swam with the wetsuit on prior to my last couple swims. I've never really experienced that kind of coldness on my face and hands and feet for an extended period of time in water specifically. So I went out for my first swim and I got very nervous. I started to hyperventilate, my heart rate accelerated through the roof, and I was not confident in the position that I was in. I went about 200 meters. I gassed out quickly, my shoulders got tired, I got fatigued, I was not in the right mental state, I couldn't stay calm and focused. And so I would go in increments, 200 stop, 200 stop, 200 stop, and then eventually I came back, and it was a very humbling experience for me. So I told myself from that point, I'm gonna swim every single day in the open water until I get comfortable. So the next day I went out into the open water again. But this time I said I wasn't gonna be a wuss. I stuck it out and we went for a whole kilometer without doing those breaks, which was very, very, very humbling experience, like I said. And my pace was horrible. I was really just focusing on staying calm, cool, and collective. My heart rate on that 1K flat out was only like 117 beats per minute, which is very, very low. Typically, I think I would be at around 130 to 140 on the swim. So that is very low. And it was, I think, a 207 pace. So quite slow. In the pool, I'm pacing around 147 at a 140 BPM heart rate. For context, so I would imagine in the open water, I could at least push a sub 2 minute per 100 meter, like if I'm doing that in a pool. Now that we touched on the swim, biking, I mean, biking's been pretty easy so far. Like obviously the training is tough, but get around the technical details of being on like the arrows and just grabbing my water bottle and being comfortable, it's been quite easy to navigate. The biggest thing for me on the bike is just to not gas out and allow myself to push the whole 90 kilometers properly. Keep a steady pace the whole way through, and not gas out early because I have to run 20 kilometers after. Onto the run, I had an ankle injury in the patellar tendon. It knocked me out for 2 weeks and my runs were crap. Started my prep at like 2:05, 2:10, and even prior to that I was doing some light runs at 2:15. So now that I'm at 190 pounds, I feel a lot less stress on my joints, on my ankles. Ankle pain is still there and it's held me back quite a bit. So we got the hydration packs right here. One of these packets in here. That's gonna go on the back of my bike. We got the torpedo right here. We're gonna do the fuel, which is the carbohydrate powder. Tried other carb powders in the past, and I will say this one blends like the easiest out of any carb powder that I've ever tried. Most of them, they're very thick, and all of them have big scoops because it's carbohydrates, but oftentimes I get chunks, and this, like a couple shakes and it's perfectly through. Carbs in here, and then one hydration stick in here. We're gonna do 30 to 40K on the bike. There should be more than enough fuel. And then in my pouch, I'm also gonna have these guys, just some granola bars. I'm out of honey stingers and goo gels, so quick carbs there. I don't think we'll really need it because it's only gonna take me like an hour. It's a quick ride. Race day's coming up and we wanna kind of simulate what we'll have on us. And then what I got here is actually a DJI Action 3. So it's basically just a GoPro. Got this mouth cam, what I use when I ski. And I'm gonna try and get some like POV footage of me biking with this in my mouth. So hopefully it all works out. And then maybe I'll even use this for my swim and get some POV footage of me going in the water. I just hope I don't open my mouth and drop it. All right, so my mom just brought home these coconut cream buns or something. I don't know what they are, but they have coconut cream in them and they taste so good. So I think I'm gonna pound back one of these and use that as fuel to hit the gym. And yeah, so that should give me a pretty good pump. 100 calories in one of these. Jeez, man. I'm gonna pound back this 400 calorie cream filled bakery processed sugary specialty bun is what it says. Guys, so I know I said I was gonna work out, but I'm actually 186 pounds right now. I woke up 191. So after this bike ride, lost 6 pounds. So I don't think I'm going to hit the gym. I started crashing pretty hard an hour after eating. I still have to swim today. So just one of these decisions that I guess I have to make, which is kind of tough for me because I love working out, but it's just one of these decisions that I have to prioritize my Ironman training first as opposed to the gym. If it was the other way around, I would be going to the gym right away. We're gonna save ourselves for our open water swim and then maybe we'll hit the gym tomorrow. Hey, what's up? So I'm actually filming this next weekend. I got really busy, didn't have enough time to film the rest of my day or my week because of work and everything. But it's Saturday now and we just woke up. It's about 9:30 and we're going to make my favorite breakfast, which is French toast. So I'm gonna show you guys how I make that. Vanilla extract, stevia, cinnamon, and of course some protein powder and eggs. So this is how I make my French toast. Usually I use egg whites, but I don't have any. So we're gonna substitute with eggs. Do 5. I've actually never made this recipe without egg whites. I've always used egg whites. I'm kind of just learning as I go. If you guys wanna follow along, this may or may not taste good. 1 heaping tablespoon of vanilla extract, maybe just a tiny bit more. Do 3 packets. this blender. We'll do about half a scoop of protein powder. Top it all off. It wouldn't be French toast without some cinnamon. So we're gonna do 1 tablespoon. Get ourselves like 1 cup of milk. I don't actually know if this is a cup, but this is a cup and there's milk in it. So we're just gonna say 1 cup of milk. I'll be completely honest with you guys, I've never actually made this before. I always use egg whites. And then I put the eggs in there and I thought that the yolk and like the liquid from the eggs would be enough, but it wasn't nearly enough. So I didn't know what else to put in here. So I decided to put milk in and I'm really hoping this tastes good. Oh, mixed up. What you're gonna do is dip your French toast in the mix. I know this is the hardest part. Once you've dipped it in there and you got it all like nice and runny, just put it on your cooker like that. Boom, there you go. That's how you make French toast. Actually starting to look good. I'm really surprised because I've never actually made these before with eggs. Okay, so we got 6 slices of French toast and then we put some maple syrup all over this. I'm Canadian, so you know I devour my maple syrup. And then we melted some blueberries in the microwave and then we drizzled that all over the top. All right, so I actually finished editing this video, but I forgot to film an outro. So here we are, a couple days later, filming this outro. We're 4 days out from my race. I'm super excited, I'm ready to go, and we'll see you guys after the race.